So with it being over 4 years since Carti's last album release, people are kind of rightfully losing their minds on the internet with his announcement of I Am Music finally dropping tonight. It's 11:08. I'm making this video right before I Am Music is allegedly dropping. So it's seeming more and more like Carti's actually going to be delivering this time around, with I Am Music having a full rollout starting back in December, August technically, and rolling all the way into fucking March. This is an album that was announced over 3 years ago, with the lead single dropping in either August or September of 2024, with the album not officially releasing until March of 2025. Yeah, I'm obviously not the first person to say this, though I've said it a few times now. This thing took way too fucking long. I don't know if I'm the only person that thinks this, but there's no album that is worth... Nah, I'm not going to try to get too far into that. Yeah, so I'm not going to lie. The rollout to this album is kind of fucking insane, starting back in the summer of 2023 and now finally dropping in the spring of 2025. I've been following this for a minute, as I'm pretty sure a lot of the people waiting for this album. But the rollout for I Am Music officially started back in December of 2023. I remember this kind of vividly because literally the day of my birthday, he dropped 2024 music. Yeah, what happened to that, buddy? Anyway, so after 2024 Instagram Reels dropped, Carti decided it was time to finally drop on platforms and drop a low-key kind of shitty single. Side note, I actually, and I could be wrong, I'm recording this an hour before the album drops. I don't think All Red is going to be on that album, similar to Atmeh with Whole Lotta Red. Besides that, though, I honestly feel like it didn't get the amount of attention it deserved for a lead single to an album, which was honestly probably why it was delayed so far. There's been a lot of controversy surrounding this album, but I'm not even here to talk about all that. I'm really just here to talk about what's happened leading up to this album and hopefully review it, I guess. Maybe I'm praying this video isn't longer than like 15 minutes. Anyway, though, so yeah, I'm gonna try to do that real quick. I'm not the greatest talker. This is gonna be like a 30-minute roll, and I'm gonna cut it down to 10 minutes. But yeah. Things that have happened since the announcement of I Am Music back in like summer of 2023. Now that I got done explaining that, cool. Part 1, fit pics. Playboi Carti has dropped approximately 8 times the amount of fit pics than he has music in the last 2 years, and something about that is a little concerning, but that's besides the point. Moving on from fit pics though, because I know everyone likes to make fun of that. Let's talk about features, because that's really all this man has dropped for the last, like, again, 2 years. So with that being said, we kind of had a bit of a look into what we can expect from the album, but we still really have no idea what to expect theme-wise from this album. Like, yeah, he's been doing the baby voice stuff and, like, the alternative rock, like, hip-hop thing, but he's also been doing, like, other pop-type music, too, and other just experimental shit. So, honestly, like always, we just have no idea what to expect for this album. And I'll be the first to admit that I'm a Playboi Carti hater, but I'll give credit where credit's due. This album's definitely going to start like a new wave from some sort of like underground like subsection or whatever. They're going to take this blueprint, I guess, and then go ham with that, with however this album ends up sounding. Regardless of what I think of the album, it is going to end up selling pretty well. I'm honestly not seeing this album selling anything less than like 250 to maybe even 300K. 300 might be kind of asking a lot, but with the amount of hype and like just crazy growth Carti has gotten over the years, I honestly see it being very possible. So with Carti's numbers growing 3, almost 4 times in the last 3 to 4 years, with him dropping 1 single and 3, no, there's a bit more now, like 6 features. Again, like 6 features in the last 4 years. It's kind of crazy to see that growth with him doing just about nothing, like literally nothing, and he knows it works. So why? If it ain't fixed, or what the fuck? If it ain't broken, don't fix it. So I guess I understand where he's coming from, but at the same time, fuck you, Carti. Like, this shit's some bullshit, bro. No album is worth 5 years waiting for it. That's all I'm gonna say. Like I said earlier, besides all the features he's dropped, he has dropped 1 single in the last 4 years. So like I was talking about earlier with those features, Carti has dropped one single in the last 4 years, and that single being All Red. I don't like the song. Not just because it's super repetitive, but because it's also really just mid. It's peak mid. Like, it's mid at its finest from Playboi Carti, and no one asked for that. And honestly, besides me thinking All Red is mid, I take it a step further and say it's shit song, because it's honestly not good and probably one of his worst that he's dropped. But besides the point, maybe he did that on purpose. Everything he does is on purpose, according to everyone on the internet. But anyway, besides dropping a really shitty single, Carti's had a really eventful year. Previewing iMusic at Rolling Loud on December 15th, which is actually my birthday, and I didn't get to go this year, which is kind of sad, because I've went the last 2 years, but besides the point. It's like Carti intentionally wants to make me angry or something, like, whatever. Anyway, like I was saying, in Rolling Loud Miami, Carti previewed what can assume to be iMusic, or at least a version of iMusic, or a part of a version of iMusic. I don't really know. But to be real, it's something that probably, if not at least one of the songs will be on the album, because, you know, he likes to do that. Carti performs iMusic, and everyone goes wild. The fans are excited. They think the album's about to drop. And for 3 months, nothing. Shocker. Cool. Like no one saw that coming. Anyway, speaking of Opium, because I've been talking about Carti this whole time, not speaking about anyone else. Rough year for Opium, right? What was I gonna say? So yeah, billboards around like all the country start popping up with like things like I'm So YVL, Baby Boy, Get Ready, album, I Am Music, motherfucker. Just a whole bunch of like just phrases, random words, but they're all in the I Am Music font, and they're all by Spotify, so they have to be legit. And lo and behold, 2 weeks later, we get confirmation from academics again, which is kind of like poetic, honestly, that Carti's dropping. Yeah, pretty much the only thing we know about the album right now, 30 minutes before it drops, Psych! is that the lineup for features looks pretty solid. If academics is telling the truth, we apparently have a Uzi feature, a Travis Scott feature, a Future feature, a Kendrick Lamar feature, and a Justin Bieber feature, which could all be very interesting to see play out. But yeah, I'm, as a person that is pretty vocal on how much I fucking hate Playboi Carti, I made a video about it. You should watch it. It's like, he's done some shit. Anyway, I will be the first to admit credit where credit's due. It's sounding like with this like lineup of artists he does have on the album, he's really trying to appeal, like, it sounds like Carti's trying to appeal to the masses now, which could be pretty cool if it's not just, honestly, I'm happy with an 8 out of 10 album. That's all I need. As long as we don't have a 20-track album of just filthy beats and like 3 features of the confirmed or of the alleged like group of them, then we're fine. All right, I'll like record in a few hours. I don't know, maybe tomorrow, probably tomorrow. I'm gonna go listen to the album. Okay, yeah, so I can't make this shit up as I'm trying to record the footage. This motherfucker delayed the album till 3 a.m. I am not waiting for that shit. So I will most definitely listen to it tomorrow and then let y'all know how I feel, because I don't give a fuck, bro. You're not important enough to be waiting till 3 a.m. You had 3 years. You should have fucking did it then. So it's about a day after the album dropped, and as I said before, I'm gonna try my best to review it. Right off the bat, I feel like this might just be my personal opinion, but I honestly think Pop Out is a really bad intro. I don't like it. It's honestly, in my opinion, his weakest of any of his intros in his discography, but that could just be me. Following the intro, though, we have a song that I do really like, which is Crush. Now, he performed this at Rolling Loud in December, and I was actually really excited to hear this on the album. The beat was just something that like really catched my attention, and it was nice to know that Travis Scott actually produced it. I don't really know how much he was involved besides the producing and the background vocals, but it was pretty fire. The addition of the YouTube and Instagram Reel songs was actually pretty good, because now I can say they're official releases and not just something he dropped because he was bored. They were nice. The only thing I can critique about them is that the TikTok intro from Evil Jordan is probably the cringiest thing I've heard in a minute. I have no idea why he added that. It's so bad. Maybe in just another personal opinion thing, I think it is the weakest. Like, it's trash. Rather Lie will probably go number one. I don't think Academic Slide. It's a very good song, has very good mainstream appeal, and the Weeknd feature is a lot better than it is on Timeless, in my opinion. Well, it's Timeless is the Weeknd song, but he did better on this song. Fine Shit is a very strong solo Carti song, in my opinion, and it's probably one of my top 5 favorites. Though I do like the addition of him to the album, there is a lot of Kendrick Lamar here. He has like maybe 3 or 4 songs, and honestly, like, they're cool, but very unneeded in some cases. But Backdoor is really good, and I'm not a huge fan of Big Credit like everyone else is seeming to be, but that could just be me. I actually think Mojo Jojo is a lot better of a song. Munyon's one of those songs that I didn't like my first few listens, but now that I'm like my 3rd or 4th, I kind of like am appreciating it a little more. I don't know. Unfortunately, the thing that disappointed me the most is that the Uzi Carti song was not that great, in my opinion. And it's seeming like a lot of people have the same opinion as me. I think it's probably their weakest song that they've dropped officially. But in other news, the solo Uzi song was really good. Yeah, Uzi has his own song on the album. I think it's kind of an interlude or something. But I think it's called, yeah, Trim Twin. Trim Twin's fire. That's probably Uzi's best song he's dropped in the last 3 years. Like, better than anything since Pink Tape. Honestly, probably better than any song on Pink Tape, to be real. Except for Zoom. Zoom is classic. The beat on Nose is really good. I don't know if I could say that on YouTube, but yeah, that song has a really good beat. The vocals, you know, they're cool, I guess. The bars, it's a Carti album. But besides that, another really good solo Carti song is Olympian. Olympian has a really strong beat, performance by Carti, and decent bars. So I think it's probably one of my, again, like top 5 favorites. Like Wheezy is a really good song. I think it's pretty good. And someone can tell me in the comments if they want to, because I refuse to look it up. But I'm choosing to believe that Carti says, "Shawty know I'm gay" in the chorus, but that could be wrong. Young Thug had a very good feature on this album, although it hopefully gets fixed down the line, but is low-key mixed like shit. I don't know if I'm the only one that caught that, but I was talking about it with one of my friends. The beat is just like way too loud, and his vocals are not like, they don't sound very full, but the feature's fire, so I'm not complaining. Good feature from Future, the fuck. But yeah, it's just nice to hear Thug on a song since he's been locked up for the last 3 years and finally got out a few months ago. Carti has a lot of good like songs by himself on this album. I know a lot of people are saying the features carry, which they kind of do, because there are a lot of them and they do perform very strong when they are on the album. But Carti does have a good, decent few like solo songs on here. Don't get me wrong, there's a few that I don't really like at all, that I just can't get behind, but overall it's a pretty solid album. I think I'm kind of done getting into like specific tracks. I'd say I'd give the album like a strong 8.5 out of 10. It is literally exactly what I said it would be. 8 out of 10 album after 5-10 years. I wasn't expecting a 10 out of 10. I don't know why people were expecting that, but it's good music. It's literally exactly what he said it is, music. So you could take it or leave it, but I'm choosing to take it, and I do appreciate a good amount of the songs. You know, I'd say he went like 24 for 30 or something, so it's, you know, pretty good. That's about it. See ya. Free world forever.